Let me just quickly tell you what the minister said.
Okay.
The minister said that you tested positive, and that is the reason why you are in the isolation center.
That is a lie.
So how many tests have they carried out on you?
They did one, a kangaroo one in Makurdi, which I told the minister, until I get that result, nobody's going to do another test on me. Because they've announced me in the press already without my knowledge. I came from London on the 22nd of March. The hospital told me that because I'm coming from a high-risk area, that the standard procedure was then to call the State Ministry of Health or blah, 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 to do a test. And innocently, I said, yes, I don't mind. Come and do a test on me.
Were you ever shown the result at all?
No. I said the result, the photocopies of the result were brought to me. I mean, the purported result or the supposed result, because I told the Minister of Health that if I don't have a result, nobody does a test on me, I'm not going to accept it. So I had 3 letters with me, one of the result, one letter with different dates, different bed dates. They brought it on the 8th here in Abuja, because I was transferred from Makurdi on the 2nd of April to Abuja with an ambulance and armed men.
Altogether, how many tests did they carry out on you?
They did one in Makurdi, and on the 10th here, they came and they did another swab here on the 10th.
So 2 tests?
Yes.
Did they show it to you?
No. I just had doctors came in on Sunday and say, Madam, you are positive. From Makurdi till this place, I've not taken a dose of Panadol, not one Panadol from anybody as I speak to you.
What kind of treatments have you been receiving?
For the past 22 days, sir, apart from when I went to the hospital and they said they gave me analgesic for pain relief from the doctors, that's the private hospital I went to in Makurdi. Since Benue State government took me to isolation and I'm here in isolation in Abuja till now, I've not taken a Panadol from anybody. I'm just inside my room. I'm not allowed to come out. If I peep outside to ask for anything, Madam, go inside, go inside. The doctors come every day to come and ask of my welfare and tell me, do I want to take. The first time on the 3rd, the doctor came in and said, oh, we've come, they suggested that we give you malaria treatment because we are coming from a place where there's no malaria, and Nigeria there's malaria. I said, but I thought they brought me here for COVID. Why malaria now? I don't want any malaria treatment. The following day, another doctor came in and said, oh, we are going to treat you for mild symptoms. I said, what's mild symptoms? What? I don't have any symptoms. My vital statistics are okay. So, my breathing is okay. I don't have a temperature. So what are you treating me for? I do not want to take any tablet from anybody because I don't trust Nigerians.
Do you have access to your family members?
Yes, I talk to them on phone. In Makurdi, I was allowed to see my elder brother who comes in to stay with me every day, almost every day. But here, I have, I'm not allowed to go out.
What exactly do you want as we speak?
I am not sick. I'm being held here. I'm being here. I want to get out. I came from my mom's burial, but because of the lockdown, it's been postponed. If the burial is not whole, let me go and meet my children in London. I am not sick.
I am pleading with everybody to please tell Nigerian government to let me go. This is my 16th day of incarceration. What have I done? What have I done? Benue State lied on me that I have COVID-19. I just got the result yesterday. After 15 days, I just got the result yesterday. And the result is a stage play with different dates, bed days, different recordings, which they themselves know and try to put right. That's left to them. But please, I want to beg Nigerians. I want to beg Nigerians to also beg President Buhari or Shibanjo, the health minister Osage, and whoever is in charge to please let me go out of this place. I am tired. I am fed up. I am exhausted. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know why they're keeping me. That they want to treat me. Treat me for what? What are they treating me for? I am not sick. They have seen the result that they lied about, and they are not letting me go.
Well, she did say her name is Susan Idoko. What can you tell us about this, Minister?
Well, Chamberlain, that case in Benue, it's a case that was handled by the state through the state's Ministry of Health, and then was said to be positive. And of course, by protocol, has to be isolated. And treatment commenced. Now, we do know that treatment, quote and unquote, for COVID-19 is not, you cannot say this is the specific drug that you use. The recovery of any patient is still largely dependent on that patient's immune system. So what happens is that you, of course, whatever you give by way of supportive management, as we call it, yes, so many drugs have been put out there, but you cannot say they are just, I mean, they are drugs, they are specific. They are drugs that are specific for the treatment of COVID-19 because we don't have that right now. But a lot of protocol in terms of the drugs that you give exists in so many ways that people have talked about. That's why people have talked about hydroxychloroquine, they have talked about azithromycin and, a few other things like that. But once the patient is there and whatever supportive treatment you're giving, you measure, you do testing to measure the viral load. And the information available to me is that at a point in time, the patient viral load became low, but not totally negative. Because before you can declare a patient free, you have to do 2 successive tests and coming out negative at interval of 48 hours.
Pardon me for butting in, Minister. Now, I just need to put this
patients,
in. We appreciate they were trying to just clear the air on that particular matter, but that perhaps is in an ideal situation. But in this case, she's questioning the fundamentals, the details upon which all of those ideals are predicated on. How about that? What do we do about that?
Well, if she's questioning that, of course, NCDC will look into that. I'm sure NCDC will look into it and, by way of investigation, to give what really happened in terms of the complaints of that lady. It's the NCDC that will give us the details. But I'm saying that the bit I got to know about that is that that case was seen by the state Ministry of Health, and of course we have our emergency operation team in that place working with the state.
Hello, everyone. This is Susan Idoko Okpeni Lawani. I am pleading with everybody.
Controversy appears to be still brewing in Benue State over the status of one Susan Idoko, whom the government had confirmed to be a COVID-19 positive patient. But days after, this social media video you see surfaced from the isolation center where Mrs. Idoko is being kept. She's alleging that the government test result is not only false, but an attempt to damage her image. She says she's well and not COVID-19 positive.
And the result is... hello, everyone. This is Susan Idoko Okpeni Lawani. I am pleading with everybody to please tell Nigerian government to let me go. This is my 16th day of incarceration. What have I done? What have I done? Benue State lied on me that I have COVID-19. I just got the result yesterday. After 15 days, I just got the result yesterday. And the result is a stage play with different dates, birthdays, different recordings, which they themselves know and try to put right. That's left to them. But please, I want to beg Nigerians. I want to beg Nigerians to also beg President Buhari or Shibanjo, the health minister Osage, and whoever is in charge to please let me go out of this place. I am tired. I am fed up. I am exhausted. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know why they're keeping me. That they want to treat me. Treat me for what? What are they treating me for? I am not sick. They have seen the result that they lied about, and they are not letting me go. They want to treat me because I don't even trust Nigerians. I don't trust anybody. If you've been lied against, if results have been fortified, how do you trust anybody to treat you with anything? Do I just sit down and start taking medicine? Please, Nigerians, as you can see, I'm recording from where I'm incarcerated. This is my 16th day. Please beg the minister, beg the president, or whoever is concerned to get me out of this place.
The Benue State Commissioner for Health, Sunday Onagwagbo, joins us now as we get more answers to Susan Idoko's claims. Mr. Ongbagbo, thank you for joining us at this time. What's your reaction to some of the claims of Madam Susan Idoko there, accusing your government of phony practices?
I want to thank you so much for putting me on this platform. And as the Commissioner for Health, Benue State, I need to put the facts straight to everybody to understand that in Benue State, long before the incident case was identified, our surveillance activities was very active. And till now, we're able to identify every passenger of interest because whoever is coming into Benue from outside, we have the process of identifying them. And also we interacted with all our private healthcare practitioners in the state to raise their index of suspicion to ensure that if there is any patient that has a significant travel history, they should let the Emergency Operations Center of the Ministry of Health know. And that's why we were able to identify and pick the Susan Idoko who is having a challenge with us now. She came into town to Benue from UK. And everybody should know that ideally, in the first place, she was supposed to go into self-isolation. She didn't do that. But when she presented to the hospital from where we got her, sick. She had body pains, fever, and cough at the time of presentation. And because of the significant history of travel, The doctor alerted us, and we went there and going in contact because of the history of coming from UK and the symptoms that she presented with. We have to do the normal, which is in line with the standard protocol of what we are dealing with. COVID-19 is a serious pandemic situation, and we in Benue State cannot afford to be timid about it. We will not pamper anybody, from the highest to the lowest person.
She said, Commissioner, if I might interrupt you, she said that she is negative and she was never positive. Can you confirm this?
Well, she was positive. She was positive because we took her samples on the 26th of March, and the following day, on the 27th, we got the result. And the result came from the National Reference Lab, which is the NCDC-approved lab. Benue State does not have the facility to test even up till now. So the test was not done in Benue. It was not done by Benue State government. It was done by the standard lab. That is a reference lab given to us by NCDC. So for her to say she is positive is querying the integrity of the National Reference Lab, not the problem of the government. She was positive. And when we got the result, we canceled her, and later we had to go to the next place, the treatment center. It took us almost a whole day to convince her to go there. We had to interact with all members of the family and who were reasonable enough to convince her to go to the treatment center. While we are at the treatment center, we wanted to continue on the treatment protocol, but she refused. Even the next serious test that we were supposed to carry out on her, she refused. And that was a challenge. And we went ahead to contact the NCDC as well as the Minister for Health. It was based on this that we agreed that she should be transferred to the National Hospital for further follow-up, because she said she was no longer confident in what we were doing. In fact, right from the beginning, she never believed anything Nigerian. And that is the...
So you're saying that she was. Does that mean that she's now COVID-19 free? And I must also mention that this isn't her first video. She did say she wasn't comfortable with some of the ways the government went through the test. And she's also questioned the results of the positive results, saying that some of the data were incorrect. The information wasn't hers.
Well, at the time we took our samples to the lab, we only had 2 samples. The second sample was for a male, and she was the only male person sampled. So the question of a mixing or whatever cannot be there. So she was the only male candidate that was sampled. So she
positive now or negative?
Now, I can't speak on her now because she's no longer in my custody, and I have not done another test to say whether she's now negative or positive. It is left for the NCDC or whoever is managing her now to tell us that.
Okay. All right. So you're saying the NCDC is managing her now? NCDC in Benue State or Abuja?
NCDC is not in Benue State. NCDC has a lab, the National Reference Lab at Gadua in Abuja. That was where the sample was taken to. And that is where they need to go back to confirm, to see whether she's negative. And whether she even becomes negative now is not something that's a big deal, because people test positive and after some time they test negative. But that is not what we are discussing now.
Because she said that she's... When she sent that video, she said she called it 16 days of incarceration and not isolation. So, you know, we're really wondering now if they're keeping her against her will and who exactly is managing that.
Well, I don't think keeping her is out of the normal. There are protocols to follow, and it is not something that has to be pampered about. It's a standard protocol that must be meted out to everybody.
We'd like to appreciate your time, the Benue State Commissioner for Health, Sunday Ongbangbo. Thank you for joining us at this time.
Thank you so much.